Are you looking for the best gaming laptops? In this video, we will look at some of the 7 best gaming laptops on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. MSI Cyborg 15. At $999, the MSI Cyborg 15 delivers a fine balance of just what you need in its price class. It smartly uses modern entry-level parts in the right combination to provide a decent 1080p gaming experience, and its downsides are minimal for the cost. The 13th Gen Intel Core i7 CPU and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU, while not chart-toppers, are cutting-edge components in this price range and ensure steady frame rates even at high settings. The build is sturdy enough, and the battery life is respectable, too. We can widely recommend this system to average gamers shopping on a budget. Many of us can't spend more than $1,000 on a system, and this sits right at that limit. As long as you set your expectations reasonably, this is a smart pick for those seeking a top-end value and steady performance. The upsides are clear for the cost, and the concessions aren't deal-breakers, though some buyers may chafe against the 512GB storage. Number 2. Acer Nitro V15. ANV 15-51-59MT. Simply put, this is the best gaming laptop you can get while spending the least right now. The Nitro V15 starts at $699.99, and even our superior review configuration only rang in at $849.99. Its NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU and Intel 13th Gen Core i5 processor mean you can enjoy steady 1080p gaming on this machine for comfortably under $1,000, where other budget picks sit. It sweetens the pot with plenty of ports and long battery life, making it the best pick for the tightest budgets. Our best overall budget gaming pick will get your more power, but sometimes that's not a saver's goal. Minimizing compromise is key in cooking up a usable cheap gaming laptop. So while the CPU isn't the fastest, and 512GB of storage may be a tad restrictive, that doesn't stop the Nitro from hitting its marks for the price. Popular multiplayer titles are smoothly playable, and the latest AAA titles will run, even if you need to lower some settings. A true budget shopper, or maybe a younger gamer getting a first laptop, should be pleased with the Nitro. Number 3. Lenovo Loq 15. Lenovo's Loq line represents its entry-level gaming offerings. The $949 base model comes with a snappy AMD Ryzen 5 7000 series processor, which is plenty of power at this tight of a budget. Our upgraded review configuration bumps this to a Ryzen 7 chip, but if the base model is the absolute maximum you can spend, it's a generally effective laptop. The somewhat hefty plastic chassis hardly impresses, but you can't have it all at this price, and know that the deal gets even better if you can snag Loq on sale. If you're shopping on a tight budget for yourself or the gamer in your life, this is one of the cheapest options that we still rate well. Yes, $949 isn't a super low price budget, doesn't quite mean what it used to these days, but the baseline is higher for gaming systems. Laptop prices have risen in general, and the Lenovo Loq 15 has the right balance of pros and cons for students and others on a limited budget. Number 4. Acer Predator Helios Neo 16. Most 17 and 18-inch laptops live in a pricier domain these days, but 16-inch laptops have emerged to fill in the gaps. The Predator Helios Neo 16 provides a larger screen than the many budget 15-inch gaming laptops out there, while keeping the price surprisingly low. We tested a $1,199 model with an Intel Core i5-13500HX processor and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU, which pushed the system to impressive performance for its cost. The overall chassis is a bit hefty, but the laptop's 165Hz display, big and bright, makes it worth it. Gamers on a budget who also want a desktop replacement class laptop can't do much better right now. You won't find many screens larger than 15 inches at this price, so this is a rare full-fledged battle station for $1,200 or less. The RTX 4050 has its performance limits, so don't expect high-end gaming frame rates, but it's a more than capable 1080p machine. Number 5. MSI Katana 15. Our tested review unit of the system, at $1,599, is one of the best values around for what it offers. But if you're shopping on a strictly lower budget, its $999 starting configuration will be much more appealing. You can grab a 12th generation Intel Core i5 processor and even NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 graphics for a bit over $1,000, which is a tough deal to beat. You must always make some concessions in the budget tier. The build isn't anything to write home about, but it's hard to argue against going for the best performance possible for your dollar. Not every system that comes rocking higher power components stretches its base model down to $999, giving this system a lot of flex if you're looking to spend around $1,000, or a touch more. We wouldn't call the amped-up model we reviewed cheap, as exciting as a 13th Gen Core i7 and RTX 4070 system is, but the lesser configurations will satisfy for playing mainstream games while remaining within your budget. Number 6. Lenovo Legion Slim 5 Gen 8. For those who can push their budget a little further, this laptop has a decent starting price toward the top of the budget range, though we reviewed it in a more expensive configuration. The 14.5-inch Lenovo Legion Slim 5 Gen 8 started at $1,295.99 at the time of review, while our test model came in at $1,479.99. That model had an AMD Ryzen 7 7840HS processor, an RTX 4060 GPU, and an OLED 2880 by 1800 pixel display. Even if you don't want to push your budget up to our model and rather accept a more modest loadout, you still attain the same quality aluminum build and portable design, making it a winner at all prices. This is the sweet spot if you're a gamer shopping in that gray area between an entry-level model and a near mid-range machine. The Slim 5 Gen 8 is not the cheapest option around, but its base model is reasonably priced. Our configuration is a hot deal, and the 14.5-inch design is more portable than most. It's a jack of all trades with snappy parts and a spiffy screen, so value shoppers looking to borrow some features and performance from a higher price tier will be pleased. Number 7. Acer Chromebook 516GE. Gamers on a budget no longer need to deal with entry-level gaming silicon-running slider versions of their favorite PC games. Cloud streaming gaming Chromebooks, when paired with a cloud gaming service like NVIDIA GeForce Now as well as a fast and steady internet connection, can play some of the latest games at the highest detail settings, as if they had a high-end desktop GPU at home. The Acer Chromebook 516GE is among the first of these gaming Chromebooks, and it sets a high bar for the subcategory. With plenty of ports, a fantastic 120Hz display, an RGB keyboard with anti-ghosting, and superb game streaming performance with an Intel Core i5-1240p CPU, the Acer Chromebook 516GE is a surprisingly viable alternative to a regular budget gaming laptop. If you're not willing to pony up for a proper gaming laptop but live in an internet-rich area, definitely consider this gaming Chromebook.